morning. Ah, it's lovely to be here, and it's a little bit of a dull morning. It's why I look a bit grayer than usual. It's not because I'm that much older. I'm just in a darker room. I've got both my lights on as usual, and it's showing up darker for some reason. But anyway, it's lovely to see you here and being here. I noticed Debbie, you had popped in before I flipped over to try and find my page for the Hypnosis Plus with Roz page. And I'm just going to mute that quickly. I just needed to check that that was on. And I have no idea about my YouTube. I have put both links in the description on my profile, the post that was the initial post to share the actual card spread, the first one that I do before I actually get into the live streaming. So it can be a little bit convoluted, but it works out. We're here. So thank you for being here. And we've got Holly. Hi, and how are you? Yes, it's all the way in Ontario, Canada. It seems just so weird sometimes that we can have a global connection like we do, but aren't we lucky to have such great technology? And Kerry Ann, great to see you there. Love that flower. It looks almost like a tulip. And good morning to you, Kathy. Wonderful. Now, I'll get on to the card spread because that's what we're here for. And just before I take off that little scroller, that is I should try and find a little flat something to actually do that. It is the website to go to if you're wanting a personalised individual booking for like the readings or hypnosis and, the services that I do. So I'll just go and take that off. And the thing that we're doing, of course, as every morning, is the card spread general reading. It's not something that we actually pull cards and give individual little readings for. And I've placed this so that this morning I just realised it after so many times of doing it, how that dolphin just pokes its head on the side when I line the cards up right so that we can actually see the little dolphin on my tablecloth. And I thought, I'll just position that camera so we could see it this morning because I like dolphins. They're one of my favourite little animals, creatures of the earth. Beautiful, intelligent beings. Now, what we've got this morning for our card spread, it's interesting, like they always are, because I just love them. The older woman here in this, and here's for those who haven't seen this deck before, and I just went and moved the jolly things, bumped them. It's the Ciro Marchetti's artwork that goes into this Gilded Reverie Lenormand deck. Beautiful deck. It is my favourite. That's why I use it. I might find something else different at another point. Who knows? There's some adventures ahead in these cards. Well, with using the cards. Anyway, what we've got here is the older woman in that expanded deck, and it's in the workspace. So it's the workspace, the home energy space. Up the top here, we get the unexpected. Down here is your role, and that's Jolly Crooked too. There's the Virgo in me. And in the centre is the outcome. So here we go, older woman, that's me. That's what I'm taking it as, because as you understand, I do these cards as mainly my spread for my information, but it's always worthy of sharing because of what it can mean for other people, because of the way that we are a humanity and the energy is that connectedness. It's going to mean something for you too, the same spread. So take that intuitive gut feeling messages, what you're receiving as being your message in this, even as I'm explaining it for what I feel for me and the generalized of what we're watching here, seeing here. Hi, Stephen. I see you over on my Hypnosis Plus with Roz page. Wonderful to see you there. So it is, I'm just seeing this one as being, this is the older woman, it's me in the workspace, in what I do for my work. And I almost don't feel like it's work because of the fact I have so much fun with what I do. I am working through the unfun part over the weekend of doing some book work for tax lodgements and etc. So, that's got to be done. and but it's still all part of. So I've learnt that that's something you knuckle down, get in, do it, and it's done. So that's this weekend, and probably a few more days. I've got a bit of gathering together of info, but it's the wisdom and whatever we have within us to this point in time that we bring to our workspace. So that's what that's indicating to me. And we have over here in our home space, which I really like, is the parks and the outside nature, and being in that home space and nurturing self area. I love that it's almost indicating get out in it at some point in the day. Don't be knuckled down in the office and hold myself up in just one space all the time, because I have a tendency to do that. I do spend an awful lot of time in my office. I like being in front of I like doing computer work, have done for so many years. Hard to break a habit. We do need to at times break the habit and get out into the beautiful aspects of nature, into the outside world. So that's what that's telling me for what these cards are saying this morning. And there's some more of the dolphins, if you can see them on that tablecloth. Aren't they gorgeous? Anyway, we've got the mountain as unexpected. So, and it was something that I did see on the news, whether it was last night or the night before, some landslides and that in Japan. And I'm thinking, well, certainly that sort of thing really is the unexpected. And it's what reminds us that even though we may think that we have control over so much, we actually don't. Mother Nature really is the powerhouse, and we need to be aware of that and work with Mother Nature and not try to do constructions and things that really are going to create some of that tragedy, how the earth does move, and it does move. And we are faced sometimes, even on our own energetic levels, with roadblocks or hazards and things like that. But once we actually put the work in, we can still manage to climb to those peaks and gain those beautiful views and know that we've achieved and got somewhere, whatever that goal is. So that's what I'm feeling with this as the unexpected card, that we are taking advantage, as we can be light of foot like this reindeer or moose or whatever it is. We can navigate and do what we need to get past those blocks and everything, and they're not there as a solid in concrete. Everything can move. It just depends what way. And our intention too, by the way. We need to have the intention of getting things moving too. And that's where I'm feeling our role in this. This is the bird card. It is also the second one, like the one that comes up as the expanded, in the expanded edition. So it's adding to that communication and chatting together with other people to gain more wisdom in this instance, because we do really associate ours with wisdom and wise sayings, and actually putting some thought into and knowledge into, and all that depth of what we understand. So that's what I'm feeling with this, having the owls in our role today. So use those moments where you can share wisdom and give more clarity to a situation by that absolute, what we know, not just taking it on the gossip level. It's what we know as the base. Okay. And our experiences too, because that can actually add to a heck of a lot of what we come up with as being our wise stuff, because experience really is a great teacher. And here, as we're looking in that outcome, we've got the Bridges card, another of the expanded edition section of this deck of Lenormand cards. It really does expand on the meanings of making decisions and crossing those bridges. I do feel when I see this that it's going to happen anyway, whatever it is, that choice that you've got in your life at the moment. We've always got choices, but whether you make the choice to cross, to do, cross, be, or whatever, that is going to be either sooner or later. It's still going to happen. So we are going to have that outcome of, at some point in the day today, either earlier in the day or later in the day, or, making that choice that's going to affect now or a lot later, or just leaving that making of the choice till later. It's all going to happen. I do feel that we are going to have, by the end of the day, made that move, and we're going to have crossed a bridge. So I'm feeling that really is bringing in a lot of the wisdom of who we are in our inner self, in our life experiences, no matter what age we are. Each and every part of our lives goes through stages. I mean, we start as a baby and we end up as, hopefully for those that can manage old age, we get there. And there's all sorts of different experiences in that process. So I hope that, in seeing that there is that age and wisdom, that whatever stage that we're at in our lives, that you can take these cards as a guidance for you for today, because that's the intention of what they are meaning is for today. Any other time that you want to do your own card spread and put the intention for a week ahead or otherwise, it's certainly going to be the same thing with intention and understanding for that time span. Because when we really look at it, time is just a construct that we create so that we can manage the understanding of how life progresses. So now, as we do that, I was going to show you two of these. I'm going to just bring that one in because I've got a weekly session that I'm starting on a Tuesday night. The first one was last Tuesday, and it's just an hour of a Zoom meeting where my intention goal is that a group gets together, and I am only limiting it to 10 people so that it's a little more on the intimate level, to be able to share the exploration of Lenormand cards, Lenormand, not just this deck, but to explore Lenormand as a whole subject, I suppose, but it's not really a course, but it might be. It's just one of those things. I really enjoyed the setup on the first one as to what are the intentions. My goal is to really get into doing the grand tableau reading. So that's a summary of what that one is for as its purpose. And also I do have, I've just got that's not, I've got another one here to bring up. That's it. And that's the Sunday night summary. Hopefully I'll get to be able to do that again tomorrow night. It's not a set yet, but we'll see. So keep an eye out for 7 o'clock tomorrow night to have a weekly summary of what these daily spreads are. And that's what I'm actually anticipating for that one. So thank you for being here. Oh, Chaz, good morning to you too. Wonderful to see you here. You've caught up. So tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, and tomorrow night if I manage to get that done, because I've certainly got a priority in the other thing, work. But anyway, we'll see how it flows and goes and flows. And I'm going to go so you can flow. It's a day ahead. So thank you for being here. Be the best person that you can be, and it will be